Hello everyone, my name is Salim and welcome to the Markets Breakdown Analysis for Tuesday, the 24th of October 2023. We'll be breaking down charts through the exact zones where price will close for potential buys or close below for potential sells as well. So looking at the daily candle for Monday, the daily has been bullish, breaking above the daily resistance formed on Tuesday last week and almost tapping into the daily resistance formed on the 12th of October 2023. Now, the thing is, when looking on weekly, the weekly candle has already filled the previous weekly high and it's almost tapping into the high of where this weekly candle rejected previously. Now, the question is, are we going to see another rejection to the upside for price to retrace and break below this weekly support to continue bearish? Because here's the thing, the weekly candle has just died. We only have one daily candle forming. And the other thing is, the weekly candle hasn't formed the bottom wick. Like it hasn't formed the bottom wick either, so maybe this push up could be for price to retest this weekly rejection area for then the weekly candle to retrace and breaks its own low and retest this weekly support. And now to break down the chart and looking at the daily, so the daily candle will be closing bullish around 183, let's say 183 320 350, just below the daily resistance one previously. Dropping down to the 4-hour time frame, and what we can see here is we have the most recent 4-hour support formed around 182 130. We have the most recent 4-hour resistance on the left around 183 650, 183 650, excuse me. Dropping down to the hourly time frame, and now within the hourly time frame we have a new range. So zooming in, and what we can identify here is we have this recent 1-hour support around 183 070. We have this recent 1-hour resistance around 183 390. Dropping down to the 5-minute time frame. Now we have this range. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to adjust this line to where this 30-minute support around 182 940. And the reason for that is because this is not enough range for price to have it as a target. So what we're going to do is we're going to adjust this line to 182 940. And looking at the 15-minute time frame, we have a similar level of support. Now, the thing we need to look at is the level of resistance. So, look, obviously we had this 4-hour resistance dropping down to the hourly time frame, and looking on the left, and what do we see? We have an hourly resistance around 183 650. Now, looking at the 30-minute time frame, that's also 30-minute resistance. I'm just probably gonna focus on a 4-hour time frame for this resistance because this is a decent 4-hour resistance. This is a level where the 4-hour resistance consolidated before respecting this 4-hour resistance and pulling back. So I would say potential buys could potentially be around 183 650 as price break and close above this 4-hour resistance, just to allow price enough range to consolidate. And this is going to be the no trade zone, and just going back to the recent price action, taking this one off, and there we go. And now to look for potential buys and going back to the daily. So the first thing we can see here is now we're looking for potential buys above the daily resistance, which is price breaking above this daily resistance, meaning price will potentially push through this rejection to the continue to the upside. So now to look for targets, and the first thing we can identify here is we have the monthly resistance around 184 340. Dropping down to the weekly time frame, we have this weekly rejection area. Dropping down to the daily. Now on the daily time frame, we have a daily resistance around 184 030. Dropping down to the 4-hour time frame and zooming in and looking on the left, and what do we see? We have this 4-hour resistance around 183 910, and we have another level of resistance around 184 150. Looking at the hourly time frame, and now we have this range. So I'd probably stick to the high time frame, and I'd say the first target for buys could potentially be 184 030, targeting the daily resistance formed on the 14th of September 2023. The second target, which is also the so the second target for buys, now we're gonna mark this monthly resistance again around 184 360. Dropping down to the weekly time frame. Now we have this weekly high that was formed around 184 390, dropping down to the daily time frame. Within the daily time frame, we have this wick on a daily retracing from a certain level. Now let's have a look on the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, looking on the left, this becomes like a consolidation area. But I would say, again, keep it tight, just in case if this weekly candle reject this previous weekly candle where it rejected the upside. So I would stick to the monthly resistance as a target. So I'd say the second target for buys could potentially be 184.390. And now to look for potential sells and going back to the daily. So the first thing we can see, actually, let's have a look on weekly. Yes, the daily. We have this previous daily resistance formed around 182.660, which was formed on Tuesday last week. Drop it down to the 4-hour time frame, and on the 4-hour we have this 4-hour resistance around 182.560. Drop it down to the hourly time frame and the 5-minute time frame. We have this previous 30-minute resistance around 182.550. I would have that say the first target for sells could potentially be 182.560, targeting the previous 4-hour resistance, which also matches with this previous 30-minute resistance. And I'd say the second target for sells, now we have this 4-hour support around 182.130, dropping down to the 30-minute time frame. This becomes a range on low time frame, as we can see. So we're going to have the second target for sells at 182.140, targeting this 4-hour support.
Dominion Markets, your trading sanctuary.